I would love to serve the community of CMAs, because I know there are not a lot of people who are doing this or who are helping out people. So if my video can help someone, I'll like surely do it, because I have received a lot of messages, calls. Whoever could not clear the exam, I want you all to do it this time, and for that purpose only I'm creating this, I'm making this. So without wasting much of your time, I'm just beginning with whatever strategies I follow. Like, I had cut off everything, I detoxed myself from each and everything. I had no friend, if you can say, like I can count on fingers. I never used to call anyone, if someone got like if someone from their side wanted to talk to me, either they used to call me, and whenever I was free I used to call them back. And with that, I know that I have lost many of my friends, and I also got to know who is the real friend, who is not, who is like being good in front of me, and who is, so whatever, I got to know about the people. So anyways, what I want to say is that first thing which you need to clear this CMA final exam is, whether you are appearing for group 3 or group 4, you need to get out of everything whatever you are doing. Means, apart from clearing CMA, you should not have anything. What helped me was this: I have the past year papers, and whichever attempt I used to fail, and whoever used to pass, and if I got in touch with them, I used to collect their question papers, so that later on while preparing, if I am not able to give the mock test, I used to like sit with these papers and try for a mock test. Apart from that, the most important thing is that it is usually told that a single sheet of paper cannot decide my future, but these single sheet of papers only decided my future, and here I am. So what is it that I want to show you all? Just a minute. So this is the most important thing which I did, because past 2 times when I failed, I had not done this, and after doing this I have now cleared both the groups. So this was the turning point, I can say. That is why I'm sharing this, because I want you all to succeed this time. So the first thing for me, group 3 was a big headache, because group 4 is a damn easier if you compare it with group. In order to crack group 3, what I did was, for SFM SCM, I used to like make this type of sheets, like where I used to like give a heading of whatever, like portfolio management, their formulas, so that this would help me a day before exam, and literally this helped me a lot. This is for SFM and security analysis. The same way I did fundamental and technical analysis. The SFM one, again this one SFM. So most of the formulas are given in SFM only. And for DT, I had the chart book of Vijay Sarda sir. For SCM, I had done this for that relevant costing, and the same way, a few subjects, whichever topic I needed, I used to like just summarize that in one single sheet of paper. So first of all, why I did this was because this will help me a day before exam, because I was going to appear both the groups, and I will have no time. I knew that. I had watched Mogra brothers interview their strategies. I got the opportunity to talk to them, and literally I must say that this was the turning point for me. After talking to them, like I followed. Luckily, this time I was able to get. And the summary did not include a detailed information in this sheet. I just used to write down the important thing which was relevant for the exam. And apart from that, what I did was, before appearing for the exams, I had figured out and like made an analysis sheet by myself. Like for DT, I had analyzed this way. Like questions I wrote here, like question 2, mostly PGBP, MAT, total income related question, then PGBP or 115 BAB, 115 BAA, like that. Why I did this was that before appearing the exam, we should know in our mind that which question we are going to appear, and only when I got to know that whichever question I had decided is not the way I thought it would be, then only I would look for the option. This saved my time, because if what I did earlier was that I used to go and see the paper and then decide which question I would be able to answer. But since I had failed twice and I took that as a lesson, and this acted as a boon for me. Above, I had written down the topic from which the question was asked, and below that I had written which attempt that question was asked. That way I had prepared this detailed sheet of DT, and in the similar way I had taken a printout of these analysis from CMA Vidyarthi, and I have just noted down myself also that what my analysis would be, and this helped me a lot before exam. If you need a detailed video of like how you made this and whatever, I will make this, but it will take a lot of time. You all must have a few questions within yourself, whether I should appear both group, whether I should go for one group, do I have time for preparation of both the groups, and so on and so forth, and that will not end. So simple criteria which I would suggest you all, that if you are lacking short of 30 marks, 20 to 30 marks, if you are lacking short of, you can still think of appearing both the groups now. But if the margin is more than the 20 to 30 marks, then you must go for single group only. And also, if you have failed in any single subject, you have got below 40, you must go for only one group, because not everyone can clear both the groups in a go, because it is really very hectic, very hard, and I know this pain. Not everyone can understand this pain, because 8 days you won't get any single time. Like whenever you wake up, whenever you are in your consciousness, you will always think of preparing for the next day, and the 8 continuous days your body won't support you, because you are not acquainted with that. So it is so hectic, and not everyone can handle that pressure. That is why I'm telling, if you are capable enough, you will have to judge yourself for that. And there's no other option left, that I cannot judge each and every one of you, and neither should you approach each and everyone out there that what should I do, what should I do, what should I do, because you should know what you should do, because there is no one to know who and what you can do. You may be capable of doing both the groups. Also, you may be capable of getting an AIR. Why should you take someone's advice and do something which is not relevant or not good for you? Next thing is that which all faculties and how did I prepare? Just sharing whatever classes I took. So for law, I took classes from Arjun Chavda sir, but for revision purpose, I watched Shivangi Agarwal ma'am's revision lectures from YouTube, and for SFM, I took AIR1 Atul Agarwal's classes and Gaurav Kadra sir's classes. For revision purpose, I watched CA Mayank Agarwal's revision lectures in the YouTube channel. And then for DT, I took Bhavan Borana sir's classes and Vijay Sadha sir's classes. Since I failed twice, that is why I am taking two names. Don't get confused that I am giving you an option. What all classes I took, I am just sharing that. SCM I took from SJC, and later on I had to revise from Bhargav sir. Then for group 4, cost and management audit, I still remember that Commerce Educators is there. That ma'am's name I am not able to recall actually, but she helped a lot in preparing the CMA AD, because I just watched everything from YouTube itself and I was able to get through it. I got 65 or 67 in that cost and management audit subject, and apart from that, CFR Vishnu Kedia sir, revision classes both for CFR. I just watched Vishnu Kedia sir's classes. So for indirect taxation, I am just forgetting sir's name. The major change which I did in this attempt was I converted 20A to 20C, because I knew I had a good hold on theory subject. That is why I took 20C and I was able to score 68 in that. 20C I took from CA Divyanshu Bansal sir. The summary of the classes which I took